So the cheese is lost.
Yes, sir. He's a lost cheese, but our best men are out searching for him now. This movie has no good quotes. There are no iconic lines. There are no.
What are you talking about? We could do
Hello, I'm Jesse McAnally.
And I'm Captain Hook.
And I'm Liz Eston.
Captain James Hook.
And welcome to the Cheese Wheel, a hyperfixation podcast where our topics are gambled on a wheel. And we continue Peter Pan month, and we're joined by one of our favorite guests of all time. You know him. It's Ethan from Sideways.
Hey! I'm happy to be back. Thanks for having me. You guys owe me so much money for watching this movie. Oh my god!
Don't worry, I'll send you a direct deposit when we're done recording.
Thank you. Yeah,
coming.
I need my standard 37 cents and the king size Reese's peanut butter cups.
Oh, I can afford that. Good.
We can only get you a Milky Way.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, then
How
you're
about
only
like
gonna
half a Twix bar?
you're only gonna get up to the whitewashing. And then I'm gonna have to dip.
Okay.
Oh,
that's fine.
okay,
That's fine.
okay.
We can handle that because we can take it from there. I think.
Okay. Cool.
Ethan, what are we talking about this week?
Today we are talking about something that is allegedly a film.
Oh boy, it is.
Allegations.
Allegations.
It is. Technically speaking, this was a movie that came out.
It was
Pan
filmed
was
on
in the
digital,
Epstein emails.
so I'm not sure it was a film. Really,
It's
a video.
Video. Yeah.
It's a video entertainment special.
Do you know what
I gotta
it was?
say,
It was
this
a
would
good
look better on
attempt.
VHS.
It would look better on VHS. It really would.
Like on TNT in 1995, this would look amazing.
Oh yeah. If it was like, yeah, absolutely. It doesn't look that good on HBO Max.
This week, in case you haven't picked up what we're throwing down, we are talking about Joe Wright's iconic flop, Pan, 2015. Cue the trailer.
Peter, it's your file. Will you read it? It's from your mum.
My dearest Peter, I long for the day that I can come back for you and explain everything. You are extraordinary, more than you can imagine. I promise that you will see me again.
In this world, or another. Or another.
Welcome to Neverland!
This is not the end of me. This is the beginning. This is not the end of me. This is the beginning. This is not.
If I'm gonna trust you, I need to know your name.
It's Hook. The name's James Hook.
The little one, he wears the pan.
The Pan is our tribe's bravest warrior.
Well. The princess, I presume.
Oh, well, I'm actually just a minor, but I appreciate the compliment.
Bishop.
Are you insane?
Have you come to kill me, Peter?
I don't believe in bedtime stories.
So Pan is a film written by Jason Fuchs, or Jason Fucks as I'd like to call him,
Hell
and
yeah,
directed by by Joe Wright, the director of one of my favorite movies and one of my least favorite movies, a man that can do a lot of things. Based on Peter Pan by J.M. Barrie, it premiered in London on September 20th, 2015, and was released theatrically in the U.S. on October 9th, 2015. On Rotten Tomatoes, the film has an approval rating of 26%. The site's critical consensus. That's higher than I expected.
Yeah,
I'm
pretty
pretty
sure.
higher.
Yeah.
I remember looking at this and being like, it's going to be 10%. It was in the 20s. I was like, what?
It's higher than Hook.
That means
I'm
a
pretty
fourth
sure.
of people thought it was good.
The critical consensus reads, Pan finds a few bursts of magic in its prequel treatment of the classic characters, though not enough to offset the rush plot and shrill CGI-fueled action. The plot of Pan is 12-year-old orphan Peter spirited away to a magical world of Neverland, where he finds both fun and danger, and ultimately discovers his destiny to become the hero who will be forever known as Peter Pan. Insert Harry Potter reference here, chosen one, blah, blah, blah.
We got a bit of Narnia. We got a bit of.
There's a lot going on here.
That's a very kind way to put it. There is a lot going on here.
Yeah. There's a little elf in here. It's wild.
Mm-hmm.
I felt, and this is my thoughts on the film, it's take the most generic, like, young adult plot you could ever imagine, and then just kind of mold it around meta references to Peter Pan.
Mm-hmm. The one thing that like had me like eye rolling and groaning throughout the whole film was it really suffers from like the Wicked problem, where it's like we have to answer every single question about the origin of every single character and every single rock and every single background shot. You know, like they have to explain everything. It's like, oh, he can't just be called Peter Pan. No. Pan has to be the fucking warrior of the you know, it's yeah. Mm-hmm. It really
white
suffers
natives.
You get an early screening of Wicked Part 2? Is that what happened?
Yeah.
No.
But you were kind to Wicked the movie, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. Given how movie musicals have been in Hollywood for the last decade, I'm really glad that they just got a movie that was okay. That's where I am. Right. But when it comes to this movie, it suffers from the Wicked thing in that it has to explain everything. It has to explain every tiny little detail, every insignificant little thing. And it gets really, really tedious for a movie that cannot really afford to be that tedious.
I agree. But there's some stuff where I'm like, that's interesting. It's not good.
I'm fascinated to hear what parts you feel are like interesting.
Like, so there was like two other Peter Pan prequel things going on at the same time as this. You had the sci-fi TV show Neverland, where Bob Hoskins reprised his role of Smee from Hook to be in that. And it also starts with Peter and Hook as friends. And unlike this, they actually show how they become enemies. And it sets it up to lead right into the Peter Pan story we know properly. And I hate to give credit to a sci-fi TV show, but
you know,
it seemed to do it better.
It sounds like, I mean you would think
it looks half decent.
A story where like I was expecting by the end of the movie they would have explained why Hook and Peter weren't friends, but they just don't. They just don't fucking bother.
For me, that was a really cringe-inducing moment because it was like they left it wide open, expecting a sequel. They fully expected to get a second movie.
There is no sequel, and Hook in this is awful.
Of this film.
This is one of the worst Hooks, maybe the worst Hook.
Yeah,
I don't think of one that's worse.
No, Jess and I were talking about before we started recording how Garrett Hedlund's just like a nothing of a man. He like doesn't add, but he doesn't subtract either.
Yes. Jess is like, wait, I'm trying to get into this industry. Be kind. Hang on.
You want to be in Daughters of the Domino too? I will put you in anywhere.
Hey, I'm a murder victim in Daughters of the Domino. I'm in the lore.
While I agree with Garrett Hedlund was someone in the 2010s who really tried to become a thing. They
Mhm.
were putting him in Tron Legacy and all these other things. And usually he is not someone that will do a bad job and he won't be particularly memorable. Here, I think he is ridiculously memorable for all the wrong reasons. He was trying some things. He was like, I'm going to put on my Harrison Ford hat and do my best Indiana Jones.
It
And
was
I'm going to make
very
Captain Hook
Indiana
a cowboy.
Jones. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah, it was. Yeah, it nothing about it Red Hook at all. But again, it's kind
And-
of like, were they expecting to have like that's going to be the plot twist in episode 3 or something? Like, you know,
Yeah.
Frankly, I want to kill Peter Pan more than
Yeah.
this Hook did. So I feel like I'm already doing a better job.
Oh,
This has to be the one of the worst Peter Pans we've had ever, too. Like this, no
Oh,
offense to
Levi
this
Miller.
little boy,
Yeah.
but
this poor little
I don't think
boy.
it's anything the actor's doing. It's like it's just he's
No.
not.
no.
he's
No,
written
we-
terribly. Yeah, no.
In this very podcast, we covered a better Levi Miller movie many months ago. So
Which is?
better watch out. He's a little shithead
Oh,
kid.
That's
Yeah.
right. And that was
You're
was
right.
better. That was
And that was a
much
very
better.
compelling character. So he clearly has talent. So
Mm.
Yeah, like here, this character Peter Pan, I wanted to Manchester by the Sea him real hard.
He just he doesn't have what Peter Pan represents. Like he doesn't have any agency in terms of running away. Really, like it feels like he gets dragged to Neverland, and like
I'm so sorry. Yes, Andrew, I actually wanted you to describe up to the inciting incident of Peter getting taken away. What happens in this movie?
oh good fucking lord.
oh lord. Well, Amanda Seyfried shows up.
Yeah, for some reason.
I don't know
Have
why she's
you-
in this movie.
he's in an orphanage. And he's in London because all these fucking movies take
Oh
place
no,
during
Andrew,
the fucking
Andrew, you gotta
bombings.
backtrack here.
No,
How
no,
did
no.
he get to the orphanage?
Well, hold on. No, wait.
Oh,
we're
Jesus.
completely off track because right, no, because we start in the wrong movie. We start in Oliver Twist, and then it decides to become a Peter Pan movie a good 10 minutes in.
Yeah.
Sure, but I think Liz is meaning Amanda Seyfried drops a little baby on a door.
Mhm.
And it's like, Peter, you have a destiny. Here's a necklace. Bye. And then she leaves.
$2 million, please.
Bye.
Thank you very much.
Isn't that the plot to something else? Like a lot of something else's?
Like a ton
Meet
of
the
stuff.
Robinsons, Hunchback of Notre Dame.
8,000 movies.
How many movies
Disney's
open with
Hercules.
that?
I know this
Disney's
didn't exist at the
Hercules.
time, but this movie feels like it was written by Chad GPT. like,
That's what I'm saying. It's like the most generic young adult.
Yeah, it has that
can
kind of
think of.
genericness to it.
write me young adult movie featuring Peter Pan stuff.
The thing
Boom.
is, I know exactly. They're trying to be Harry Potter. They want that Harry Potter baby dropped off moment. Then we cut to them 10 years old, and they have like a really rough life, and then they're shipped away to some magical land where they're the most important person in the world, and then they get to come back and exact their revenge. We know what this is trying to be. I know the tropes they're trying to play with. However,
That's not Peter Pan, though. That's not what Peter
No.
Pan's about.
Peter Pan is about a little boy who doesn't want to grow up and go on adventures.
Peter Pan doesn't leave Neverland. Peter Pan, he wants to be there. That's the whole.
Peter
that's the
Pan
whole
is
thing.
a sociopath that
Exactly.
So showing him as a sympathetic quote unquote lead that like has this Bart Simpson edge to him that wants to play tricks on the comically evil
Not
nuns
even
who are
Captain
selling
Hook.
babies.
It's just a different fucking pirate.
Yeah. Also, this is set during World War II for some
Dude,
reason.
okay, so like when it got to the dog fight with the pirate ship full of orphans, I was like, oh, okay, it's that kind of movie. Got it.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's
We're-
peak.
It's,
That's
it's
peak.
the
That's
type of
best
movie where
part of
they
the
say
movie.
there's pirate ships in the sky and there's zero reaction. Like,
Yeah.
okay, cool.
hmm
No, the planes they
and-
would just shoot at the pirate ship because clearly the Germans cooked something up.
Backtrack here. The nun is selling off the orphans she doesn't like to Blackbeard to become miners for fairy dust in Neverland.
and they're off after unobtainium or whatever they're Pixanium or something.
Pixium?
Mhm.
Pixium or something?
Pixum? Was it
Pixium.
Pixum? Who cares?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but hold
the fuck
on.
is
We're
Tinkerbell,
not even
man?
10 minutes in, and I still have more to unpack. Peter Pan, the story, as originally written, takes place in 1910. That is the time it takes place.
hmm
So
Yeah.
much that World War II is not even a factor until Return to Neverland when Wendy is in her 30s and 40s in the Disney canon.
Yeah,
So-
1910 was the approach to World War One.
Yeah, so we're not even touching this yet. Time dilation. Why are we singing Nirvana when we get to fucking Neverland?
It's great.
I'm okay with them changing
Look.
when it takes place. Like you can do that. I mean, like what like Hook did that. It's like that's not that bad. You know, that's fine if you want to
Hook,
move it.
they also imply that it took place in 1910s and that time progressed. That
Sure,
is part of that.
But it doesn't. The story itself doesn't have to take place in 1910, in my
Yes.
opinion. But yeah, then they show up in Neverland and they're immediately singing Nirvana, and it's like, what
Yeah.
in the fuck?
It's
What are we
great. It's
watching
Great
here?
Gatsby's fault. The Baz Luhrmann one where they sing Lana Del Rey and Jay-Z and shit. I think it's Great Gatsby's fault.
Oh, see, I was wondering about that. Like, okay, so the thing that like really pissed me off is like you hear that and you're like, okay, it's gonna be a jukebox musical. I'm not gonna get into it because I will get crucified online. But I'm just not a fan of jukebox musicals. Right?
You're in the right company.
God forbid you call West Side Story underrated, or else everyone's gonna jump down your goddamn throat.
So that, right? But then there's also kind of like I guess if you're gonna do it, this is kind of a cool way of doing it because they didn't start singing until they entered Neverland. And so it's like, oh, okay, so Neverland is like this magical musical, like otherworldly place. Okay, that's cool. It's the only fucking number in the whole movie.
There's like one more.
No, there's
like,
one more.
5
It's
minutes
Splits
later.
Creek Bop.
Oh yeah, okay, but that, you know what I mean. Nobody's
They're, like,
screaming how they
back-to-back,
feel to the
though.
camera. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, if they are playing with some lore things, if you're looking at the background actors, because every kid is from a different time period,
Mhm.
both in the future and in the past, in the way past, which means that when they go back, it is always at a different time and different place, and that time doesn't move linearly, that they can kind of go, which is interesting if you're going to do something with it, but it seems the only reason why they introduced that lore is so we can sing Nirvana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, if you're going to do that, it would have been a lot cooler than having just like a bunch of 1800 style ships, you know, like, oh, here's some like weird future technology because it's Neverland or something, you know?
Anything
Mhm.
aside from what they did. So
Yeah. Yeah.
And look, Blackbeard is fucking lame, dude.
Blackbeard is the worst pirate I've ever seen on screen.
He's just
Hugh
so
Jackman
not
sucks in
threatening,
this.
No.
like at all. He doesn't. Yeah, there were. I mean, like, I know this wasn't just me looking for it. There were definitely a couple moments in his performance where I'm like, is he trying to do the Johnny Depp? You know, like he's trying to do the Pirates of the Caribbean very slightly, and I was just like, eh.
But he's too like clean for it, and he's dressed like a person from the Spanish Inquisition or something. Like,
Mhm.
what the fuck is going on here? And Blackbeard's a real
happening?
person, so you know this is slander. I think he should sue.
Also, Blackbeard's entire plot is he wants to Mother Gothel himself constantly. So it's like, okay, that's not that compelling.
Well, he's a lich, you know. That's
he's a
normal.
little-
You can do that.
Yeah, you can do that, but he's just Mother Gotheling himself. Mother Gotheling.
It's not
himself, basically.
interesting. It's very
Yeah, it's boring.
uninteresting.
So this is in a weird period of Hugh Jackman's career, because just shortly before this, he was nominated for Best Actor for everyone's favorite performance from him as Jean Valjean in Les Miserables.
Mhm.
And then right after that, he dives right back into his superhero world. He gets back into the Wolverine. He does X-Men Days of Future Pants. And he is kind of in this weird, and he does Prisoners, where he's like, I'm going to be a prestige actor that occasionally jumps into higher budget films. And then you've got this guy just thrown into it. And I think it kind of disrupts his career for a brief period. And he's doing wacky shit like Eddie the Eagle. And from this point on, he is a parody of himself so much that I feel like The Greatest Showman is him just being like, I am going to be Hugh Jackman, the figure, and no longer an actor. I think he has given up on acting in the way that we've known.
Nowadays, we mostly, at least recently, we only associate Hugh Jackman with that guy who does Hugh Jackman impressions on TikTok and sings songs as Hugh Jackman. Like,
Yeah. I mean, it's so weird, but like, I totally hear you where it's like, yeah, I got an Academy Award. This'll show him, you know, like never again. What that says to me is that they were really fucking gunning it with this movie, you know?
I mean, budget alone, the money's up there, but they put it in the wrong places.
Clearly.
Hugh Jackman's going to be in a Robin Hood movie produced by A24.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Apparently, it has
I
Jodie
just- I don't-
Comer in it.
I just don't think I like Hugh Jackman. You know, I just
Yeah, I
think,
don't like him.
I don't know. It's just I'm not into it.
When he's good, he's great. That's kind
But
of
when is
it,
he good?
but
When is he good?
Yeah,
I
when's
think
he good?
he's
Wolverine?
been very good in as Logan, specifically
Mhm.
in the movie Logan. I think he's
Yeah.
fantastic in Prisoners.
Yeah.
I think Prisoners is a really good when he's got someone like really leading him somewhere, he really delivers, but he will just show up and do the Hugh Jackman thing otherwise. Because, you know, sometimes he's doing something really interesting and sometimes he's in Van Helsing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I watched Van
Or
Helsing
this.
and The Prestige back to back, and I was like, wow, it's
Ooh.
kind of wild to see that this
Dang.
is the same guy.
And it just shows what a director can do for that actor.
Absolutely.
Do we want to talk about the race thing with the Indians,
We
quote
should
unquote?
probably bring it up.
Ethan, it's on you. Describe what that is.
Yeah, throw that to
Boy.
the fucking
Yeah, throw that
guest.
to the guests.
We already
Jeff.
we
Don't be an
promised him only a
ass.
Milky Way bar, and you want to give him that?
Yeah,
Okay,
we're barely
so-
paying him to be tortured.
So obviously, the original Peter Pan, the original Disney Peter Pan, has problems. It is
Does it?
It does.
It's a perfect film.
Really?
It is problematic, and that's very easy to see.
They were
And
wrong then and they were wrong today.
I mean, okay, so like I was looking at the Wikipedia page for this, where they were talking about how basically the idea is that instead of it being a very specific Native American population, right,
Mhm.
which is what they were in a very 1950s we don't give a shit way trying to do with the cartoon, right? The Disney animated film. They were just like, what if it's just this ethereal group of people that don't really have like a name? We're not going to allude to anything specific on Earth or in America. They kind of went like James Cameron Avatar with it, where it's like, oh, they're natives, this ambiguous natives, and they kind of ended up making it more racist than if they didn't. And that
Yeah.
it goes beyond unfortunate, and it's like, come on, somebody was behind the camera going, hey, are we sure about this? Is this a good idea? To her credit, Rooney Mara, who was cast as Tiger Lily, has gone on record saying that, quote, I really hate that I'm on that side of the whitewashing conversation. I really do. I don't ever want to be on that side of it again. I can understand why people were upset and frustrated, which is good that she came out and said it, but still, it's kind of like,
Yeah.
it was really like, this is like a perfect example of what not to do.
The thing is, and no one's learned their lesson from this. If
Mhm.
you think about recently with Disney's Snow White remake, I'm assuming I'm the only one on this call that has watched that movie.
Yeah, I still haven't seen it. Nope.
Yeah, because I believe I should enjoy my free time, so I have not seen it.
My time on this earth is limited. Okay.
Yeah, why would I watch Snow White?
Same reason we could watch Pan. So
What for the podcast then?
Yeah, for the podcast, I would not
I
watch
ain't
this in my
watching
free
this
time.
outside. You kidding me right now?
No,
um,
I watch Peter Pan
so-
Goes Wrong in my free time, but that's it.
That's fun.
Yeah.
upon announcing Snow White as a remake, Peter Dinklage came out and said it's kind of ridiculous that, you know, they're literally making a film about, you know, 7 quote unquote dwarves in the year of our Lord 2024. And people kind of got all up in arms, and Disney hard pivoted into the Pan world. So they are not dwarves in that movie. They are CGI animated fictional creatures that have magic that tells them where diamonds are. So they are magical, mystical, fictional beings. And there are real dwarves in the movie as separate B characters that don't really have names. But these characters are magical amalgamations that just happen to be short.
Snow White and the 7 clever boys.
That's why the 7 clever boys.
But it's so wacky because you will have like, you know, hi ho, and like the normal song, and then there's lyrics, we're also magical creatures that can see these diamonds. Look at us, we're magic, we're not real dwarves. Hi ho, hi ho, hi ho.
Oh, I
Peter
thought
Dinklage
they
don't
just
do
looked terrifying, not sounded terrifying as well.
Yeah.
It's true. Like I
Isn't
heard
that
there
guy
have
who
been
gave you
stories-
COVID one of the dwarves?
Yes, George Salazar from Broadway Con, who gave me COVID at Broadway Con, plays Happy the Dwarf.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna have to check this movie out now. Great.
No,
You're
Ethan, don't.
welcome.
No, Ethan, don't.
That being said, I do think that Rachel Ziegler is very good at it. Like, I think that she is one of those ethereal actors who, even in the worst movies, she is good. Kind of like Florence Pugh.
I have no hate toward her. It feels like the last decade, last 15 years has just been Disney randomly abusing young women in Hollywood so that they can be sort of the lightning rod for criticism when they totally fuck up a movie.
What are you talking about? Brie Larson's doing fine.
Does Disney make good movies anymore? Has that happened recently?
Right?
Yeah.
I have a conspiracy theory about that, but that's neither here
No,
nor
no. You can't just tease that. We need to know.
Okay, well, it actually directly involves this movie, if you must know.
Oh, really?
I do.
Yeah.
I need to know.
Okay, all right. So, little bit of a tangent, but this is going to make sense. So the Disney company is huge, right? And it's lasted
Obviously.
over 100 years. Congratulations, we're also happy for him. Whatever. Over 100, just about 100. Who cares? The thing is like, do they make good stuff? Honestly, they're so popular, it doesn't matter. It's worthy of analysis just because of their size. So they've gone through eras, right? Like they have the classic era. You're talking your Snow Whites, Alice in Wonderland, Pinocchio, Peter Pan, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where Walt Disney was alive and there and coughing on everybody, and he was the one who was supervising it. After Walt Disney died, which I think was in the middle of Jungle Book,
right before Jungle Book.
Right before Jungle Book, it was his brother Roy O. Disney who took over the company, right? And
yes.
then
it gets complicated.
Yeah, like it gets
his son-in-law took over, which is
right.
Oh God, what the fuck's his name? Either way, his son-in-law took over until the mid '80s when he got ousted, and that's when Eisner and all them came in.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Then Eisner comes in '85, I think.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So it's a big mess throughout the '60s and the '70s, post Walt Disney's death. It's like a shit show. You have really cool movies like The Aristocats, but they're not doing well. Throughout the '70s and early '80s, you have these weird live action movies, and just the Disney brand is tanking. Once you hit the '80s and you get Eisner, is the money hungry, soulless, we have no obligation to art guy. And it was because Disney was like about to close their animation studio that Alan Menken and Howard Ashman got to come in and make The Little Mermaid. And then that did the Disney Renaissance. My heroes, Senpai Ashman, the whole thing. Okay. Yes. Once you hit 2000, it all unwinds. So like Ashman died before he saw
Beauty and the Beast,
Aladdin. He got to see a version of Beauty and the Beast, if I remember correctly, but he never got to see Aladdin. And Eisner had his fingies in the production of Aladdin, which is why it's so weird. Like he's in disguise, but it's just his face. And then as you look through the Disney Renaissance, the movies slowly become less and less musical. And then once you get to the early 2000s, you have Shrek with DreamWorks and Katzenberg and all that nonsense. And Shrek just takes a golf club right to the Walt Disney Company testicles. And it's like everybody loves the irony thing. Everybody loves making fun of Disney. And then Disney's like, okay, we won't do any movies with musical numbers. We'll do Emperor's New Groove. We're also going to make fun of Disney movies with the trailers to Lilo and Stitch. And then we're going to do Enchanted, which is the biggest, oh my God, isn't it so funny when women sing, ha 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 ha. Okay. So what happens is in the 2010s and in the early 2010s, Disney's in another massive like dip. They're kind of fucked financially speaking. Mm-hmm. And what happens is they end up picking up this dude called Alan Horn. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you know Alan Horn. He was the COO of Warner Brothers, right? He's the dude who was like operating as the head executive for all of the Harry Potter series, the Dark Knight trilogy.
Oh shit.
I don't know if it's the Lord of the Rings, but the Hobbit trilogy, right? Mm-hmm. That's who he was. In 2012, he moved to Disney, right? And I've heard tell that he is the reason why Disney started doing the live action remakes. And that could be one of the reasons why Pan has got that like Harry Potter, Pirates of the Caribbean kind of vibe, even though it's a Warner Brothers movie. So in 2015, Disney has like the worst fucking year since the 80s. If you all remember Mars Mars Needs Moms,
Marzy's moms.
and
Oh right.
and John Carter,
Oh boy.
and like the Lone Ranger, I want to say, was in there as well.
Oh, that was a good
Yeah.
one.
But 2015 was just like, it was a shit show, thermonuclear hellhole. So another movie that came out in 2015 was this one. So I wonder if Warner Brothers made this movie as a middle finger to Disney to try and show Horn that he shouldn't have jumped ship.
Some quick corrections. So, Ron W. Miller was in charge for 83 to 84,
Mhm.
and Alan Horn was involved in the production of Lord of the Rings.
There you go.
That being said, but Disney had a bad year in 2015, but it also like had ridiculous success, like it's The Force Awakens and all this other shit. Like
Yeah.
it's confusing because because it had like some things that I think if they had done well, we'd be in a different spot. Like Tomorrowland. Imagine if Tomorrowland was a giant hit. Wouldn't that have been nice?
That wasn't going to happen.
Then we would have had Adventureland and Fantasyland.
Yeah,
and
we'd have Epcot.
Liberty Square.
Well, that totally makes sense though, because like post Disney Renaissance, you could see that they were trying to hit another vein, right? Like you look at Warner Brothers with Harry Potter, it's like cool, we have the next 17 years of movies planned. Same thing with The Dark Knight, same thing with Lord of the Rings, same thing with The Hobbit. Like they're basically their own mini MCU.
Disney missed the vein so many times that now they're just bleeding out.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
That's
and
what we're watching.
so it makes sense. Like they did Pirates of the Caribbean, crazy successful, multi-series. You can milk it for all the money that it's worth. Why not do the Haunted Mansion, which is another ride? Why not do Tomorrowland, which is another part of the Disney parks, right? Like,
I mean, they did Haunted Mansion. That was
They
good.
did Haunted Mansion
and it was
multiple
fucking
times.
terrible, right?
They did it with the Muppets.
No.
They did it with Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, the Eddie Murphy one.
No,
was
there's a
not a
Muppet
Muppet.
Haunted Mansion.
There was a Muppet, there's a Eddie Murphy, and there's a Rosario Dawson. And
Yeah, there's
none
3 of
work.
them.
I like the Eddie Murphy one the best because I don't understand why it exists.
I don't understand why any of them exist.
That was like his
I have a
Pluto
s-
Nash era.
Yeah.
I have a
Peak
soft
Eddie
spot for
Murphy,
that
as we
movie.
call it.
Yeah.
I think that movie has some incredible practical effects in it. Of like the zombies in that look properly terrifying, and they're in front of the camera. Like there's stuff in that movie.
I like the singing heads. I always like the singing heads.
I like the Jennifer Tilly. I love me some Jennifer Tilly. So
Yeah, but we only use her head. We're losing the best aspects of Jennifer Tilly.
I just got
Dang,
that. Okay.
we got the
Yep.
horny
I
moment.
have
We got the
zero
horny
comment
moment.
on that matter.
I'm-
as a fellow large-chested woman.
Speaking of practical effects from Pluto Nash, the exact opposite happens in Pan.
Sideways gets us back on track.
You could say that we stepped sideways. I'm so
Mr. Smee.
I'm so sorry. Anyway, there were times where like you're watching a movie and then all of a sudden it turns into the Polar Express, like against my will. Like,
anytime Peter flies, yeah.
Anytime he flies that
bad.
whole sequence on the ship in space, it was like you guys needed more time.
I don't.
But there's
yeah.
some cool ideas with it, like they have to rig all the kids into the ship because they lose their gravity when they go into. There's some cool visual ideas if you had time to actually make them look good.
Everything on the ship, even the dogfight in the beginning of the movie, everything that was happening on the ship, and like when Hooksmee and Peter are all making their escape from the mines and they're going up to like the dock or whatever. All of that, I was just like, this is cool, but Treasure Planet did it better.
I was thinking about Treasure Planet too. I was
Mhm.
I was gonna say this movie reminds me way more of Treasure Planet than fucking Peter Pan.
Yeah.
Imagine
Also-
if Hook was a cyborg board.
Well, also, funny thing, mentioning they didn't have enough time in this movie. The release date was pushed back multiple times, so they were given more time for editing and visual effects than they had originally.
I mean, that makes sense. Whenever you have something pushed back, it's like, that's just terrible. Like,
They claim they want to avoid competition with Ant-Man and Mission Impossible Rogue Nation.
how many kids are out there going, oh man, should we watch Pan or Mission Impossible Rogue Nation? I don't know, Mom.
Mom, I want to go see Tom Cruise.
If I was given that choice, I'd go home.
Yeah.
I just leave.
Historically, Peter Pan movies do not make money. They don't make money. Live action Peter Pan movies do not make money.
Mhm.
The only exception, and there's only one, is Hook. That movie was a financial success.
That's Robin Williams,
Robin
though.
Williams.
You know,
Robin Williams and Steven Spielberg.
an absolute
and
legend.
Dustin Hoffman.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a way to make a Peter Pan movie financially successful?
Make it cheap.
Make it cheap. That's one way.
Make it cheap.
Peter Pan doesn't seem like one of those characters that you can really centralize a movie around, because he doesn't like grow, he doesn't learn anything. The whole point is that he's an eternal child, right?
Have you seen Peter Pan and Wendy?
Oh my god!
Have you
no.
seen Peter Pan and Wendy though?
But Once Upon a Time, maybe. I have no idea.
Oh,
I
the
can't
next
remember.
episode's leaking in.
Oh yeah. The funny thing though, as I was watching the other movie we're talking about later, which Jess may have hinted at, I was trying to look up. I was trying to look up like the Once Upon a Time, like the show lore about Peter Pan, because I was gonna try to explain it as like a fun, stupid thing if it comes up, and it's so confusing. I can't even grasp it. I've seen the goddamn show.
It's just that people try to expand about Peter Pan, like Peter Pan and Wendy 2023 film. They try to give him an arc, and it's kind of effective, but
But also, we shouldn't get too deep. Just stop talking about it because we have an episode about it.
I'm tying it back to Pan. I'm tying it back to Pan. It goes to show that even at the best, when you try to give Peter Pan an arc, you lose what matters about Peter Pan. And the same goes for Pan specifically, because his arc is to kind of let go of his mom and his connection to his mom, which is a fucked up arc.
That's
to give
not,
him
yeah, that's not really like
weird.
fair. Yeah.
Like, what about his dad? Like, do we just forget about him?
People don't love their dads. Nobody loves their dads. Their dads are all Captain
Clearly.
Hook.
Well,
Really?
and like, it just, that's the thing though, is, you know, again, Peter is supposed to be eternal. He's supposed to be a perpetual child. Okay. You can't have a character that grows then. And so the character that you're following as the protagonist needs to grow and learn new things. And Peter Pan basically doesn't, you know? Or am I wrong?
No, you're totally right.
No, you're totally right. Peter Pan gets stuck in a cycle.
His entire character is that he doesn't change.
Mm-hmm.
His only goal and motivation is to not change, and he's often the villain in a sense because he's trying to influence other people to become like him, where they don't change either.
If I was gonna do a Peter Pan movie, if somebody just handed me $1 billion and was like, "Go," I would want to say that to make that successfully, you would need to hold on. Wait, I gotta sneeze. Oh, fuck you, nose. Okay, no. So
Sideways is allergic to this movie.
Yeah, so I was allergic to the movie. Sorry, I thought like I would do something like the Tim Allen Santa Claus movie or the Lego movie. Where
elaborate.
Where Jingle All the Way, if you guys have seen Jingle All the Way, which was
of course I've seen Jingle
a movie
All the Way.
that
I was forced
watched.
to watch it last year for the first time.
I watched that movie religiously as a child. Where you have like, it's always a dad, because dads are emotionally distant, right? Who like trades on the stock market, very Ebenezer Scrooge, doesn't think much of the holidays, and their kids are really creative and the dad can't connect to them. And then Peter Pan comes in, he's like, we're gonna go off on an adventure, and then the dad's just like, no, we got to find a way back, we can't do this. And then 2/3 of the way through the movie, the kids freak out and yell at the dad that the dad's never listening. And then Peter hands the dad a toy from his childhood and is like, kids of all ages, which is a Walt Disney quote for Disneyland. And oh my God, yay. Oh, so yeah, wonderful feelings. And then, you know, they have Hook get chased by a crocodile. Credits.
It sounds to me you're pitching the movie Hook, directed by Steven Spielberg.
I mean, it's a good movie. I'm just saying.
It is a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
Not everyone else on this call agrees with that, but
no.
I'm a huge Robin Williams fan. Kind of like Jim Carrey. I'm very biased.
That's fair. That's fine.
Fair.
We all have our biases, and if we want to talk about them, let's go into Patreon. Hey guys, sorry to interrupt you in the middle of the show, but we've got a show to you. Today's show is brought to you by the extremely kind donations by our donors over at Patreon. And at Patreon, you get tons of perks. You get to see our faces while we record this. You get to hang out with us in our Discord and get private updates. And I send a lot of theater bootlegs there. You get to, we're doing a movie night sometime. You get to watch my movie early. Everyone in this call has seen it, but you Patreon people will get to see it.
Well, I edited the movie, so you know.
Yeah. You've seen it 1,000 times.
Yeah.
Our current patrons are Leighton A., Ewan Cassidy, Monica Thoreau, Brent Black with John Vanellis, Russ Walker, Musical Hell, Janae C., Nothing is Certain Except Beth! And Taxes, Thespian, Chai Teacup, Chris Marcotte, Keidre Marie Anastasio, RJ Noriga, Joe, Toriana Frazier, Sammy the Adequate Amount Jacobson, Kaylee Blazier, Sofiana Olivio, Make a Geek, Maddie Wargell, Elisa Erdman, Evan Ball, Rora Marasso, Mora, Nick Roten, Puffy Boy, Gold Plated Kiki Mora, Aria Artie, Carl Baldasso, JRL Studios, Flibberty Jiggett, Caleb Bailey, Sophia Hurtado, Jessica Pants, Casey Denning, and Star Fox in socks. They all give us financial support that helps us keep the lights on here at the Cheese Wheel. And if you would like to join them in supporting us to get tons of fun perks, such as voting on episodes, they voted on our Christmas episode, which is coming soon. Come join us over at Patreon. All right, let's get back to the fucking show. It's time for everyone's favorite part of the show, where Liz Eston pulls real-life Letterboxd reviews and makes Andrew and Sideways go head-to-head to guess whether they're a 1-star or a 5-star based on nothing but the review alone. It's time for Previews.
It's time for previews.
I love this game.
All right.
I'm going to win.
Ethan, whose team do you want to be on? I'll let you pick.
No, pass. Mind games.
Andrew.
Jess.
All right.
So what we usually do.
Mr. Smee.
I know what I'm gonna say. Are you ready, Andrew?
I'm ready.
All right. Liz is gonna say I can't say this, but I'm gonna say it anyway.
No.
I'm gonna say it anyway.
Yes.
I don't know what he's
I'm
about to
gonna do
say.
it.
I
Yes.
hope it's
Can you
not.
just let me do it?
No, I got it. I'm doing it.
All right. You got canceled. This is the reason why.
Is he
Yep.
gonna say a word that's
He's gonna say a bad word
Oh.
that I'm allowed to say, but he is not.
Is it with the...
The C.
Okay, so if we were like Australian, it'd be okay.
It'd be totally
Yeah,
fine, but
just-
since we're Americans, it's not.
What if I
Okay.
do it with an Australian accent?
I think it's even
Or
worse.
like Hugh Jackman.
Like Hugh Jackman.
I
Just
won't
say
repeat
it.
it.
There's
are
not this
iconic.
review is so innocuous. Just there's not much build up to it. Just say it.
All right, Andrew, are you ready?
Yes.
Blackbeard is so cunty in this movies.
Hard disagree.
That's the
I think he looks
entire
like
review.
shit, and I don't like his beard.
Oh my god.
No, what do you really think?
What do you think? Tell us what you think.
Don't hold
Andrew.
back.
We're gonna give it. It's like the only thing they said was positive, but it's like that could easily it could go either way.
Andrew, think
That's
about
the
this.
game.
Andrew, this is written by a gay person. Just think about it.
Okay, I'm thinking about it.
You're assuming. I don't know who wrote this.
No, it's ever written by a gay person.
It's got to be 5. It's got to be 5. They liked it.
That is correct.
All right, Ethan,
Okay.
you ready for this?
Yeah, does this have any cancelable words in it?
No, that was the only cancelable word.
Could you
in this
put one
entire
in
section.
just so that it's fair?
Liz,
Good point. Good
Yeah.
point.
what a word you
Huh.
can't say, Liz.
You can't repeat.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. You don't have to. Don't.
Walk the edge. Walk that tightrope, Liz.
Let me think about it. All right, truly, the Xanadu of movies has arrived.
Oh, that's gotta.
Xanadu.
Fuck. That's gotta be a
Xanadu.
1-star, right?
That is a 1.
Juice. It's tough because that's somebody who like clearly likes bad movies, but like
Yeah.
it's a bad movie.
Yeah, I've rated a lot of bad movies like 2, and I still like watching them repeatedly. So
Sure.
yeah.
Andrew, you're ready.
I'm always ready.
I feel like this one. I feel in my soul. They made Captain Hook American.
Oh, it's actually fucking okay.
Offensive.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's just I hate how lame he is. I had this like theory that Neverland is America because like pirates are from America, and then there's also American Indians there. And
Are
that's kind of the
mermaids
only people that
American?
lives there. Mermaids are American. That's a little known fact. They live in the Gulf of America.
Ah, I see.
With the Epstein files.
Actually, there is like mermaids in Wikiwachi in Florida.
That's true. That's true. They live off the coast of Mar-a-Lago.
And they're holding the Epstein
Trump
files.
sometimes
That's
gets
how we
so
get them.
fascinated watching them that he just walks directly into glass doors.
Oh my god.
I mean, did you read that, Ethan? That is a real thing. That is in a government document
Wait,
now.
what?
Wait, that's in an actual government document?
Hold on. What did I miss?
Yeah, what did I miss?
Andrew.
Epstein wrote in an email that Trump once was so fascinated by the young girls in bikinis outside in his pool that he walks directly into a glass door. Like
So
a
he's
like a
pedophile.
fucking Looney Tunes character.
The Looney Tune pedophile in chief.
God.
Wow, I love
Fuck.
this country.
Wow. Okay. What
Guys,
what
it's
were we
our
fucking
next
talking
recording
about?
It's creepy and stupid.
if the next recording I'm suddenly in Canada, do not be surprised.
Okay, so
I'm just-
God.
Wait,
Captain Hook's
wait.
American.
Oh,
Captain Hook's
hold
American.
on. Donald Trump goes to the next press conference. You see, I was just a little boy who didn't want to grow up. I drank all my pixie dust, and I
Drank all
was
the
just a little
pixie
boy.
dust.
Oh God.
I stood in the pixie dust.
Oh god.
The
Anyway,
Peter Pan
Andrew,
complex.
Captain
is that a
America
1 or a 5?
is American. That has got to
Hook.
be a 1. Oh, Hook. That's right.
Yes, that is correct. Captain America is American.
Captain
Captain
America
America
is
is American.
American. Captain
Mhm.
Hook
And you're right.
is Captain America. That's a 1.
Okay. All right, Ethan.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
We took her to
I'll
the
do-
last level. She can't handle this anymore.
Sorry, I'm just looking at all these. Like, these are all stupid. Because
Let's do
reviewing
2 more.
Pan is
Letterboxd
is just stupid.
Hell
No offense to
yeah.
people that have done it. Not the cooking film I anticipated.
Oh, I get it.
Get it? It's Pan.
Yeah.
Haha. Dad joke.
That's gotta be a 1, right?
That is a 1.
Yes.
Andrew. Hugh Jackman looked like he was having fun, and at the end of the day, that's all that matters.
It's really
Like, very
not.
sentimental.
It's really, really not.
He's-
Remember how fun he looked like ruining 2 marriages in The Music Man, and that was miserable
Yeah.
to watch.
God.
He was having so much fun. Remember when he broke character and it was like obviously intentional and awful?
And they did it every night.
They did every night. It was a magic moment for the
It's
whole
such a
audience.
magical moment.
Wow. If only he broke character in this fucking movie.
Broke into character, you mean? Hey.
Yes.
Ladies and gents,
Oh.
this is the moment you've waited for. Oh. And he just did all of Greatest Showman.
Yeah.
But like
better
with
than
Wolverine
this.
claws. Right.
Yes.
It's just the Greatest
Boo.
Showman, but he has Wolverine claws that they
so,
never address.
Blackbeard looked like he had fun. We're gonna give that a 1. That's a 1.
That is correct.
I'm on it tonight. Let's
God.
go.
The pressure's
All
on
right.
now.
All right, Ethan.
Ethan's destroyed Andrew, right? Like,
In the past, yes.
I mean, like right now, he's got to be way ahead.
We're even.
Have
No,
I gotten?
they're-
I've gotten
They're
none
on.
wrong.
They're on point. They've gotten each one right.
Yeah.
How would he
Okay,
be
do
way
this-
ahead? I haven't gotten any wrong.
this-
What is happening?
Do this one, then a tiebreaker.
We both have 100s, but I have more of a 100 than you.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous.
Mhm.
Jess
Okay.
always roots against me. Why did I pick him for my team?
It's the
All
mind
right.
games, man. It's the
Mr.
mind
Smee.
games.
All right, Ethan.
Uh-huh.
Bald Hugh Jackman singing "Smells Like Teen Spirit" on a floating pirate ship is not something I thought I'd ever see.
He wasn't bald. He had a stupid mohawk.
I knew he was bald.
He was bald.
He was bald. He wore a wig.
I'm trying to
Also-
figure out if this is somebody who wants to see that or not. I'm gonna give it a 1.
5.
Damn it!
Andrew
All right,
has
we're
a
I
tied.
won. We're not
We're
fucking
not
No,
tied.
Ethan
Andrew
has
won.
two. Andrew has 3. They would have tied if Ethan got that right.
Yeah.
Oh.
Are you
Andrew
looking
won.
at the document?
He roots against me so hard that he deducts points from my fucking score.
I gotta be honest, Liz. The document does not update on my end.
Oh, it
This is
doesn't.
fucking ridiculous. I get every question right, and he's like, "Oh, you're tied."
Hell yeah.
So Andrew win.
Andrew wins.
Andrew won.
win.
Until next
Fair
time.
and square. Speaking of until next time, what is this climax of this movie? Because honestly, there's a certain point where I just was glazing over and
Truth-
like, we're flying into Pixie World now. And he
There's-
met
Yeah.
Tinkerbell, I guess.
I started watching this earlier in the week and I got to like 40 minutes in and I had to stop due to boredom. So I had to come back to it the next day.
Oh,
I was
dude.
like, I can't do this in one sitting.
I was playing WoW the whole time. Like,
I was playing Stardew Valley the whole time.
okay, there you
And I
go.
was still bored.
Yeah. Okay, so there's an area in the first Dark Souls game where it's all like crystals in a cave, and it looks just like the final area of this film. But for those of you who haven't seen it, Peter Pan has a Super Saiyan transformation sequence, and then
Oh,
he
yes.
Kamehameha's fairies out, and the fairies kick the shit out of the pirates. At which point, I was on the couch with Sarah. We were watching it together, quote unquote, watching it.
Did she like it?
We were both talking about it. It's like Peter didn't need to be there. If the fairies could have just kicked the shit out of the pirates, once the pirates showed up, the fairies, pixies, whatever, would have just kicked the shit out of the pirates.
They needed the moral support of a little boy telling him to do it.
Yeah, but it's just like okay. The whole end of the movie just doesn't make any sense.
How dare you? A bunch of screenwriters wrote this.
Yep.
And much like we should never criticize the great Chris Stuckman, people worked hard on this, so how can we criticize them?
Oh, is that a thing? I'm not familiar with his content.
People are saying he worked really hard on this movie, so how dare you give it a bad review?
Oh,
That is
Shelby Oates?
Oh,
Yeah.
this is the movie
Okay.
that he made? How is it doing? I haven't been...
It's not done great, but it's
Oh.
not like it's a movie that was made for $5, so any amount of money is probably gonna get back.
Hell yeah,
it's just
dude.
like I think it's incredible that he made it, and I think it's good. But there is a lot of his fans that are coming after any critic that gave it a bad review that are saying, "How
Ooh.
dare you? You should be really happy that he made a movie."
I'm all
Look.
for content creator solidarity. Like the fact that you go
I agree.
internet to like making, like, obviously you know exactly what that feels like, right? Yeah. But
Criticize my movie. I deserve it.
no, that's cool though. That's cool that it's happening.
Yeah.
I like that.
I mean, like, as a film school person, like, we all work hard on projects we like do, and like, even if they come out bad, like, you should say, like, hey, you did a solid job. This movie's just really fucking boring. So, like,
The thing is, this is our third Joe Wright movie we covered on this podcast. We covered Cyrano, we covered Pride and Prejudice, and then Pan.
what we covered
This
Cyrano?
is easily. We did. I don't
Yeah,
think
we
you were
covered
there with
Cyrano.
us.
Oh, I wasn't around. Okay, that was pre.
covered
That was
Cyrano.
pre me lore.
Do
I
you
remember
think this
Cyrano.
is the worst of them, Andrew?
What was it? Was Cyrano,
Pride and Prejudice.
Pride and Prejudice?
Oh no, wait, I was around for that, but it's where I actually watched the movies.
Which-
You just
which
asked me
Pride
to
and
come into
Prejudice was it?
recordings the last possible minute, and I just kind of vibed.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was Peter Dinklage in a musical about Cyrano de Bergerac.
Yeah, that was a weird movie I
That
saw
one was
clips of.
that one was okay. It was weird. I don't know.
That
Which
was his
Pride and
follow up to
Prejudice?
Pan. Pride and Prejudice 2005, Andrew. We covered
Okay,
it as
okay.
like the 5th episode of this podcast.
Look. We covered multiple Pride and Prejudice, and I had to remember which one it was.
That's fine. You're allowed.
So
You're
much Pride and
allowed to be
Prejudice.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I liked Cyrano the best. That one was the weirdest.
I disagree. I think Pan is the weirdest, despite
Yeah.
me thinking
No,
this is the
because Pan is
worst
like
one.
boring weird. Pan is like not interesting.
Yeah.
I guess I mean weird, like unique, like interesting weird,
Yes.
not like weird, like why did you do this?
Yeah. Why did you even
I-
make this?
I never found myself that bored by this movie. I'm baffled at the bored. I felt myself
I
overstimulated.
definitely, I felt some bored. So,
Yeah.
did anyone else cringe during like major moments though?
Yeah.
Like the most cringy
Yeah.
thing for me was definitely when Captain Hook, who is not a captain, introduces himself. It's like, "What's your name?"
He's
And it's
Sheriff
just
Captain
James
Hook.
He just
James Hook.
screams it right in his ear. Yeah, James Hook. Hi.
I'm James Hook.
Also, Garrett Hudlin
it's
is
like-
doing like the weirdest accent in this role that I can't even describe. Like,
It's
I can't.
American. He's from New Mexico.
He's from somewhere in America and like another place in America, and they're having a hybrid accent moment. It's awful.
I had this weird thing. I was like, is this an Australian dude trying to do an American accent or something?
No, he's American.
And then I looked it up and it said he's American. I'm like, was he raised in Australia? Like, did something like what is the accent there?
He was
Funnily enough, this
talking
is
to
the
Hugh
second
Jackman
Garrett
so
Hudlin
much.
movie we've covered. So
No, it was his whole vibe was very Indiana Jones.
I'm gonna put my hat over my eyes as a tribute to Harrison Ford.
Mm,
also
mhm.
the whole like Tiger Lily Hook romance implications are like, what the fuck?
That just it didn't make any sense for me.
Why?
For me, the really cringe was like it was the trampoline fight in the village.
Oh,
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 no,
that.
no,
Because
no.
it's like, oh, the greatest warriors called a Pan, and I'm like, fucking, you gotta be kidding me. Just, you don't have to do that. Everything involving the movie calls them the natives, but it doesn't feel right saying like everything involving that group of people just is like super cringe inducing, especially all of the costumes You know, I feel like it could have been done like really, really cool, really well, and this was not it at all. But also it was just like, oh, they're tied up and it's a fight. I wonder what's going to happen. The next 10 minutes of the movie are like the most predictable part, you know?
Yeah.
And that's where it
Well,
got boring for me.
I think the action set pieces are interesting, like at the beginning, but as they keep going, it becomes just like dull. So
Mm.
you kind of check out progressively as it goes on.
I have this story that I like to tell people where like Star Wars Episode 3 was the first time I ever saw a movie and I realized that movies cannot be good. Let me land.
Oh.
So I used to play the DOS X-Wing versus TIE Fighter games with my dad when I was like a fetus, you know? When I was very, very young, I used to play those with him. And so I used to love like the starfighters in Star Wars. I didn't give a shit about the Jedi and the lightsabers and the Force or anything like that. It was very much like a dogfighting movie for me.
Right.
Episode 3 opens with a dogfight, right? Like that huge dogfight where it's all kinds of stuff
Big
going on. I'm like,
oneer.
this is so cool. Yeah, a big oneer, exactly. And then they land the crashed ship and everything. And I had that moment where it's like, they had the dogfight already. They're probably not going to have another one. Oh shit, there's 2 more hours of this. And that's how I felt about this, where it's like, okay, you have Spitfires shooting at a flying pirate ship. You're in outer space. You're doing the whole Treasure Planet thing. How are you going to one up this? You know, how are you going to do something more exciting? Because trampoline fist fight around cultural appropriation, whitewashing, awkwardness is not going to do it.
You know what would have been great if they had musical numbers and they push the story a little further up, and instead of having Captain Hook be like the best friend, make him the enemy, and you know, Peter Pan bring some fish out of water characters, maybe like a girl and her 2 brothers into this world. You know, we make the representation a little bit neater and maybe not as, you know, whitewashy. And you know, maybe we get a director that has some talent, you know, like Joe Wright is a visually effective director. I think he could have done a proper Peter Pan adaptation. The thing that we misunderstand is there are no good Peter Pan adaptations that aren't the story of Peter Pan. There are things that I think are interesting that are just doing their own thing, like Hook or Peter and the Starcatcher. But outside of that, I don't give a shit about Peter Pan's lore.
Yeah, it's tough. And again, they wicketed it. Like they had to make every like. I can't remember what was happening, but at one point somebody did a finger and they were like tick tock, tick tock. I think it was Peter talking to John Hook in the when they were in prison.
Oh, James Hook, yeah.
James Hooks. What did I say?
James Hook, yeah.
Oh, anyway, it was that to me really soured it. But I completely agree. I wish they made it a musical. I know it's talking, but like.
Well, also, I looked up the screenwriter just to see what else he did. He wrote and directed Argyle. Remember Argyle?
He directed Argyle? I thought Matthew Vaughn directed Argyle.
I'm pretty sure he did both. I don't remember. Oh, it was Matthew Vaughn. You're right. But he wrote and did the story of Argyle. So
a movie so bad no one has seen it. Even the people that have seen Argyle have never seen Argyle.
Yeah.
Is that Henry Cavill?
That is Henry Cavill.
What is this?
I think overall thoughts and cheese rating. Andrew, start us off.
Yeah, I thought it sucked. It was not interesting.
Are you sure?
Yeah, the story is the most generic shit imaginable. The entire thing is just a fucking it's just like trying to force its way into the Peter Pan lore somehow just by referencing shit and not really doing anything meaningful with it. It fucking sucks. It's fucking lame. Not really much more you can say about it. Yeah. Cheese rating, I'm gonna give this one American cheese, which, you know, American cheese stinks, and also they made Captain Hook American.
Lame. All right, Ethan, you're up next.
For me, everything about this movie screams that it was like written by committee. Like as you're going through it scene by scene, you're like, oh, this is best practices. It's very business like minded in that way. You get to, oh, here's a little bit of Indiana Jones, there's a little bit of Pirates of the Caribbean, here's a little bit of Harry Potter, here's a little bit of that. But somehow it's so generic, it ends up not being original. You just keep seeing pieces of other movies or just things that are just kind of like boring to me. So for me, because of how generic it was, I'm giving it a great value craft single. So this is not a branded craft single, as in, oh, it's just a regular popcorn movie. This is a great values knockoff craft single where you're like, wow, even for something generic, even for something that's supposed to be a popcorn movie, this was really generic.
That's fair enough, and a good rating. Liz.
It's trying a lot, but not succeeding like at all. It's like doing so many things at once, but not doing anything good. It's a enigma of a project. I don't know how to describe this thing. If you haven't seen it, it's like wild to describe. Like how it just feels like something some guy in film school would pitch to you as a thing he makes after college when he's like really high. Like it's nuts. Like this is a weird movie and it's not even interesting. Like I don't know. So because it tries but it ends up being really boring, I'm going to give it vegan Baby Bell cheese white cheddar flavor. Which is a real product.
That's pretty whitewashed.
That's amazing.
I honestly, I came up with that while at work because we sell it, and I'm like, that's a cheese rating. That's cheese rating right there.
Fair enough. I would be interested to see the original gentleman that pitched this in the WB writers room or wherever studio writers room. Came in with this really nice pitch of like, like whatever became of the boy that didn't grow up, and how did he make the choice to not want to grow up? How did this happen? And it was really thought out and emotional. And then they stole that pitch and they gave it to 50 different other people over the next 10 years, and until eventually it became this. And it's gone through 50 layers of telephone to a point where it is basically the equivalent of child banging on drums for 2 hours.
Yep.
Good way to put it.
Mm-hmm.
And I am giving this the cheese Stinking Bishop. It's a washed rind cheese product that is pungent.
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 That's the word for when it stinks.
Yeah, that's how fancy people
Stinky word.
Stinky.
Speaking of stinky, Ethan, why don't you promote your wonderful content for where people can find it?
You can find me on YouTube. I make YouTube videos, arguably. I have one out on Patreon. I'm trying to get it ready to be out for the public. It's about Hunchback, and I do reference Der Glockner. So
my favorite.
It'll be fun.
Yes, Der Glockner.
Yeah. Other than that, I'm on like Twitter and Blue Sky, and I'll stream on Twitch every once in a while, but yeah, just come hang out if you like talking about movie musicals.
I love you, Ethan. You are such a joy to have on. Anything else we have left to say before we head off to Never Never Land one last time? Oh, you're right.
Spin the wheel.
We already revealed in the episode.
Well,
here's the wheel.
Pretend that we did. Spin the wheel, but have it just be one option. Right?
Wow.
Here it goes. Yeah.
Well, the wheel is just a screenshot of Andrew as a pirate, so there is one option.
Wow, look at it go. It's spinning. It sure is spinning around.
Oh, it's spinning. It's so fast, and then it's slowing down, and then it's speeding up again. How did you do that? I imagine that was difficult to animate.
It's difficult, and you know what? It's going counterclockwise now just to make things harder.
Nathan is writing a list as we speak.
It's spinning back and forth. Why are all of these isosceles triangles appearing everywhere and fading in and out? Oh my god, no two are alike. It's like none of them are copies of one another.
Anyway, what did it land on?
Mm-hmm.
It landed on David Lowery's Peter Pan and Wendy, released in 2023 on Disney Plus. Maybe it was made to be in theaters, but they pivoted at some point. I have opinions on this movie, and you're gonna have to sit and listen to them next week.
Can't wait.
It's gonna be a good time. Ethan, once again, thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it. It's so much fun coming on and doing the show. Not so much watching the movies, but definitely talking about them.
You know what? We'll do something good next time. I feel like you've had a couple stinkers last time.
I don't know.
Rebecca Black's Friday is not that much of a stinker. It's the other ones that are stinkers.
It's something.
It's something. It's fun. I'm having fun.
It's work.
Mm-hmm.
It's work. Like I don't like it when it's work for people to come onto this podcast. I want people to show up and have a good time, not to be like, well, I did this thesis about the music in the last 20 years.
Yeah, I did the work of watching the movie. Yeah. The emotional labor.
All right. We will see you next week. Have a good one, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
The Cheese Wheel podcast is hosted by Jesse McAnally, Andrew DeWolf, and Elizabeth Eston. Our executive producer is Jesse McAnally, and our creative producer is Elizabeth Eston. This show is mixed and edited by Nathan P. Keelan. Our theme song was composed by Andrew DeWolf, and the end credits and incidental music is composed by Nathan P. Keelan. Our artwork was designed by JRL Studios. Promotional images are created by Elizabeth Eston. To catch up on past episodes, including all 375 episodes of Musicals with Cheese, visit bpn.fm/cheese. That's bpn.fm/cheese. Join our Patreon to vote on upcoming episodes, pick what we cover, and at certain tiers, even join us as a guest. I haven't seen that happen yet, but I'm sure it happens. Someone do it, and I'll edit you. It'll be fun. You also get early access to episodes, bonus series like Shrek, Final Destination, and more. Donkey! Plus, exclusive film commentaries and TV coverage, including Gallivant, Schmigadoon, and Fosse Verdon. There is an amazing community waiting for you. Don't miss out. Follow us all on social media at CheeseWheelPod. Leave a review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, and we might read your message on the show. That I have seen happen, and it is fun. Got questions, feedback, or just want to say hi? Email us at musicaltheaterlives@gmail.com. This podcast is created and produced by Musicals with Cheese, LLC.
All right, we're tied.
We're not fucking tied.